Your COVID-19 test results is ready. To view it, go to the link. Here we go. Oh, shoot. What's up, guys? Happy Monday. We're on our way to Long Beach Airport. Not for a flight quite yet. So one thing we're doing is we're getting COVID testing because we're going to someplace very special, very dear to our hearts. And we're going to take you along with us if all goes well with the test.
It's a very exciting day, probably one of the only times we would be excited about getting a COVID test. Normally that's not such a good thing, but if you're doing it for the safety of travel, then I think it's important and it's also exciting.
And also it's a noble thing. It's giving your respect to the place that you're traveling to.
So the place that we are potentially going to, if all goes well, requires a negative test result within 72 hours of your flight departing. So for us, it has to be within 72 hours from our flight leaving from California. And we just think it's really important because a lot of states are really struggling with different things right now. And so places who are requiring testing is because they're trying to balance out how do they take care of their own residents, the people who live there, the elderly who live there, everyone who lives there. How do they take care of them while also balancing that with the reliance on the tourism industry and needing that? So we don't mind going through and getting a test result if that's what they require. So it's no problem for us to have to do that. Yeah, it might be somewhat of an inconvenience compared to travel previously, but this is the world we live in, and if we want to be able to travel and go on new adventures and explore new places, then doing something like this is important. Feeling?
Nervous. First time doing this, but it'll be all worth it if all goes well. So we're waiting for the staff to administer the test or give us instructions. A little nervous because we don't get to go. That's gonna be sad, but I guess it wasn't meant to be. But I have good vibes that it will be okay.
Swab in a circular motion 10 times each nostril.
So today was the big test day We made a reservation appointment about a little over a week ago.
Yeah, so with the state of Hawaii, they have a list of approved testing locations, and you have to get tested for one of their approved sites. So we just logged in, make sure that we chose one of the approved sites that we felt comfortable using. Some of them are free, some of them are paid, and we chose that and made our reservation to go get tested.
Yeah, so today it's a mix of emotions. It's nervousness of the unknown, of do we have it? Are we going to be able to go to a place that we really love? So it was, you want to be excited, but it was like the feeling of when you're in school and you take a test and you prepared for it in a way, and then but you're still questioning yourself, did I do good? Did I pass? I don't know. And so that was just kind of how it felt. We drove to Long Beach Airport, city of Long Beach, California. Small airport, not too far from where we live. So it was great. Traffic was light, and we drove up to the testing site, and it was specifically set for travelers that are going to Hawaii. So it was nice. It wasn't crowded at all. There was literally only one car in front of us. The staff was super helpful, friendly, and courteous, and made sure that you were comfortable and ensure that they were safe, ensure that we were safe. So we first got there, and we checked in, gave our IDs, gave our confirmation numbers, and then we were given the COVID packets, the testing kits, and then they took us over. They pointed us to another area where we parked, and another staff member came and gave instructions and monitored us doing the test.
Yeah, it was a really smooth process overall. So now it's just waiting to get our test results back and find out if we're negative. And it, like we said, it's such a weird feeling because we don't think we have it, but then it's one of those things where it's like, what if you do? So it's been hard to be excited for the trip.
Yeah.
Because we just don't know if we can actually go or not.
Yeah, so we don't have anything packed yet, and it's just kind of like sitting in wait if we're able to go or not. So I guess we just wait. And they said we should get the results within 36 hours, so cross our fingers. But what reviews we've seen online and watched online, when you do it through the right way, the trusted partner, specifically designed for Hawaii travelers in this case, everything should be smooth.
So we'll check back in with you when we get our results.
So after we took our test at 11:30 this morning, we got our results linked back to check our results from Worksite Labs about at 6 o'clock p.m., 6:21 p.m. And so we're going to click the link and see if we're going to go or we don't go. So we'll click the link, enter in your ID number, and are we going? Are we? I guess we are going.
Okay, we's negative, but it's time for me to check my test results. So I got the same text message with the link. Follow the link, enter your birthday, phone number, and I am negative. Now that we have our negative test results, I'll walk you through everything that we have to do as far as uploading them to the Hawaii Safe Travels site. The best place to go to find updated information about traveling to Hawaii is hawaiicovid19.com/travel. This is the state of Hawaii's site that they use to update any information regarding rules, regulations, testing sites, anything you need to know about getting to Hawaii. This is also the best place to look in regards to finding an approved travel pre-testing site. So with Hawaii, you do have to make sure that you get your test through one of their travel partners. They have a huge list here of all the different locations within the mainland and also Japan or Korea, other places on where you can get an approved COVID-19 test before you travel. So you've booked your plane tickets, you've made your appointment to get tested. Now it's time to make your Safe Travels Hawaii account. This can be done at travel.hawaii.gov. This will be the location where you upload all of your travel information as well as your test results. Once you make your Safe Travels account, the first thing you will want to do is add your trip information. To do that, you just click on Trips, Add Trip. You'll choose the date that you are arriving to Hawaii, what island you're traveling to, what airline you're traveling on, and the flight number of that trip. You'll also put what airport you are traveling from, and you'll include your ID information. It's really important that this is the ID they will check when you land on island, so make sure it's one that you will be able to bring with you. And you will need to put where you're staying while you're in Hawaii. If you're staying in a few different locations, you'll just need to put the first place you're staying. But whether you're staying in a hotel, Airbnb, or with family or friends, you'll need to put any of that information in here. Also, if any children are traveling with you, and then you just hit submit. Then, once you get your negative test results back, you will want to go to the documents section in order to upload your documents. As soon as you get your results, you'll want to upload them. That way they can review the documents before you arrive on island. So you'll just hit upload file. It's really important that you have to upload a PDF, so just make note of that. And you will attach your test results to the trip that you are traveling on. From there, your test results are uploaded, everything's there. 24 hours before your flight, you'll need to answer the health questionnaire. If I go to it now, it tells me I don't have 24 hours before my flight, but you'll get a notification reminding you that you need to fill out the health questionnaire, and that just asks the basic questions. Do you feel sick? Have you had a fever? Are you taking any medication for your fever? And you just want to make sure you answer that before you get on your plane. When you answer the health questionnaire, that's what will generate the QR code that you need to show when you land in Hawaii. Once you land, it's a lot like going through customs if you travel internationally. Everyone will line up and you'll go to a station, they'll check your ID, they'll check your QR code, and as long as you have your negative test results, they will clear you to be able to explore the island without having to quarantine. Another thing that's important to know is if you are checking into a hotel, you will need to log back in to your Safe Travels account, and they will check and verify not just your QR code, but that you are actually cleared through the airport. So when you go to your trips and you have been cleared, you can see that you've been screened and that you're exempt and you don't have to quarantine.